Hey everybody, this is my second book review. It is my first nonfiction book. It is Humans of New York Stories. And I've got the See Me Nicholas Sparks. That was in my first review. So I figure I'll just put the books behind me, you know. Anyway, so yeah, this is Humans of New York. It is actually a pretty famous website. Humans of New York is by Brandon Stanton. He is a photographer, and I guess what he was doing was going around New York City, and he started out just taking pictures of people from New York, and then he decided to caption those pictures with little interesting stories. Well, really, they're not stories. They're like little quotes. So it's very light reading because this is just, I believe, what's online, just in a book form. So it's like, it's almost entirely pictures. They're really nice pictures. They're pretty much just people, you know, they're humans of New York. So, and then there's like a little caption. So I basically read this entire thing in one sitting. I had like 50 pages left, and I went to a friend's house. I had something to do. I would have sat and read the whole thing, because this is like, I mean, it's 428 pages of pictures, so it's probably maybe like 50 pages of reading. I don't know. I thought this was awesome, and you know, if you're not a book lover, I mean, this would do well on your coffee table. I just feel like anybody would like this book. I really, really enjoyed it. It's like, it feels like magazine paper inside, so dog-earing it was just horrible. It's like, here's an example of the picture, and you know, this is pretty lady. And then there's this guy, and so his quote is, "It always starts out fun, but the moment they start to feel comfortable, they change up and become like your mother." And then this side, a different person, "I felt like a nagging mom trying to get him to do things. At first I tried to be positive and encouraging. I'd say, 'I'll help you do this,' or 'we can do this together.' But eventually I grew less encouraging because I wasn't in a place to participate anymore. I was living my life and half of his life." Which I can totally relate to. I can't tell you how many guys I've dated where it's just like, you start saying like, "Oh, you should do this, you should get this, you should that." Not that I'm trying to change people, but you do feel, sometimes with some of these guys, I feel like I'm living my life and half of their life. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I know exactly what you mean. But it's just interesting how, you know, these two stories are juxtaposed. And, you know, they're different, but yet they're put together here. And they create an interesting commentary on life that's indirect. And I think that this book really is, it is about life, you know. And it's about New York, but I think it's more about humans and humanity. And I laughed out loud. I got, you know, to the point of tears, you know, and I just wouldn't expect a book of pictures to affect me. And, you know, I guess I'm trying to avoid saying the cliche, "A picture's worth 1,000 words." Because I think really the words, the captions next to the picture, they really add a great deal that you can't get just from the image. Okay, I don't remember why I did this, so let's find out. It's a picture of this guy, and he looks like he's blind from the image. So anyway, "Right after I lost vision in my eye, I was so bad at walking that I ran into a girl eating ice cream and knocked her cone out of her hand. She screamed, 'Are you blind?' I turned to her and said, 'I am blind, actually.' 'I'm so sorry, I'll buy you a new cone.' And she said, 'Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Don't worry, it's no problem at all. I'll buy another one.' So we walked into the ice cream store together, and the clerk said, 'I heard the whole thing. Ice cream is free.' And I just thought that was so funny. I do remember reading that, and I laughed out loud. He asked questions. I don't remember what they are. Actually, he never, I don't think he even says it in here. But he's got like some standard questions, and he'll deviate a little bit, apparently, from his format. I don't look at the website. I mean, I might look at it now. It's really good. You know, I've just got 1,000,001 things to do. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting trend, too. Just these things online that get really popular, these blogs and whatever, and you know, and then they basically just take what's online, print it out, and sell it. And I love books. I like the actual books. I do have e-reader, Kindle, things like that. But so I appreciate this, and I think, you know, you get kind of well, literally a different feeling, but yeah, that's not gonna work. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like a waste of money. In this case, it doesn't feel like one. And I think it's the kind of book I would loan to people. I knew that was coming. You know, I really liked it. Of all the books that I've read already for this project, I would have to say that one I think would be interesting to the most people. I think it would interest the largest audience, at least of the few I've read already. Okay, well that's it. That is my review for Humans of New York Stories. And it was the #1 best-selling nonfiction book for the week of November 1st. I gotta start saying that in the beginning. All right, thank you.